Hi there, I'm Gabriel Aloisi, founder of Shake Creative, a boutique design and marketing firm focused on golf and country clubs as well as luxury goods and service industries based in sunny Tampa, Florida. This is going to be a brief video on multi-channel marketing where we break down each approach by generation. These days, everyone seems to be an expert on what works and what doesn't when it comes to marketing. Each have their own opinion on the most successful approach and medium to use. The truth is, there isn't one marketing panacea. A multi-channel approach ensures you reach the broadest possible audience because each subset has its own unique bias. Unless you have a product that is targeted to only one demographic, you'll likely need to use different methods of marketing. We're not going to go in any particular order here, but one thing to keep in mind is that we will be using the same color scheme for each generation. Specifically, we will be using green for baby boomers, pink for Generation X, and blue for Generation Y. Now, I should also let you know that our data was sourced from eMarketer.com. It's a great source of knowledge and ideas. But without any further ado, let's get started. The first thing we're going to look at is email marketing. What's most interesting to note for me is that there really isn't much difference from generation to generation. You see, baby boomers come in at 67%, Gen Xers are only slightly different at 68%, and Generation Y is slightly behind at 61%. My takeaway is that email marketing is a pretty valid form of advertising across the entire spectrum. Now let's move on to direct mail. Snail mail is definitely not as sexy as the newer digital marketing out there and gets a lot of bad press these days. But surprisingly enough, from the numbers, it's a pretty darn good way to market a business, especially if you're talking 35 to 40 and up. Looks like our boomers are by far the best target here, but there isn't as much of a disparity when it comes to Generation X. As expected, the younger Generation Y aren't going to be the best targets. But hey, even 53% isn't too shabby. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that snail mail is absolutely still a valid way to market your business. So social media is up next. We're just going to focus on the big three, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. As you can see, Generation Y takes the cake with social media, and there is a step down as we move up in age. LinkedIn, at the time of this survey, was the most effective social media channel, and Facebook was last. The old-fashioned phone call is next up on our hit parade. If someone told you that telemarketers would get you around the same and maybe even more ROI than social media, you probably would laugh at them. So get ready to laugh because I'm telling you this. At least the survey results are telling you this. As nearly unbelievable as it seems, Gen Y is at 21%. I guess the Xers are even more needy for some conversation because they come in at 26%, just ahead of the boomers. Text messages are the haven of the younger crowd as expected. The Ys are at a pretty good spot at 24%, while I wouldn't even bother with boomers who come in at a fraction of that ROI. And the same goes with mobile apps. This space is dominated by the younger generations, as you might expect. Gen Y gets 18%, Gen X is at 9%, and boomers are using landlines for the most part. I hope this video has opened up your eyes to some potential holes that you can fill. I also hope it encourages you to use some other forms of marketing and try to target each to the demographic that it's best suited for. If you need help developing your marketing plan, I hope you will keep us in the conversation and keep us in the mix, especially if you are in the golf industry or are trying to market a high-end product or service, as that's our wheelhouse. You can reach us Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or visit us 24/7 on the web at shaketampa.com. Good luck, and I wish you profitable marketing.